Hey, Bobby here, and in this video I want to talk about how to project and display masculinity. See, a lot of times a woman will walk all over you if she doesn't sense that you're a man. Now, in other videos I talked about the ways that women will subtly test you, and you can watch my videos on shit tests for that. But in this video, I want to focus on specific traits that you really want to be displaying to project that masculine energy, that vibe that women want from a real man. Now, there's things people notice about you, especially women, that tell them how much power you have. So let's get into them and let's see how many you can incorporate into your life. So first off, take full responsibility for your life. You must decide right now that you will be the sole determiner how your life pans out. This means you no longer blame anyone or anything outside of yourself for your success or your failure. You've made a crystal clear decision of what you want to achieve in life, and you take 100% full responsibility for achieving it. Now, once you have taken this internal vow of responsibility, it's time to set boundaries for yourself. Now, these boundaries make up what many people refer to as integrity, right? These boundaries define your own behaviors, and they also define the behavior that you're willing to tolerate in other people. You gotta set personal boundaries, which is the second thing, right? One of the most prominently displayed characteristics of a real man is the ability to walk away from someone that compromises the boundaries that you set for yourself. Now, throughout life, you're gonna run into people who will try to exert control over you through the use of guilt, approval, sex, money, shame. There's nothing more powerfully masculine than to send the message to everyone around you that you cannot be controlled. This puts you in a position of being the person that other people revolve around, rather than twisting your ideals, your values, your goals for the first woman willing to spread her legs for you. Now, this willing to walk away radiates outward, and it's very, very attractive. Ask yourself, what am I not willing to tolerate? What behavior am I not willing to tolerate? What am I not willing to tolerate in myself or those people around me? Third, show your sword without using it. When a lot of guys decide to set boundaries for themselves and kind of define how their life's going to go, they make the mistake of taking on a me versus the world attitude. And these are the guys that you see fighting in bars all the time. Now that they finally set boundaries for themselves, they look for any opportunity they can to enforce these boundaries through the use of, sharp words or force. These are the guys that tell a woman off. But this way, this me versus the world attitude winds up having the opposite effect. And instead it makes you look like kind of like a little boy who can't control his emotions, who throws temper tantrums. Much more powerful is the man who's able to show his sword without using it. This means the man that has such rock-solid internal confidence that those around him naturally back down without him having to use threats or violence to accomplish this. The man may know that, he can take the other guy, but instead he handles himself in a situation, really mature manner, allowing the other guy to save face. Number 4 is be cool as hell in a gunfight. Now, anybody can put on a mask of manliness and walk through life, right? And many times that false mask will get you pretty far, right? Fake it till you make it. But you can count on one thing. At some point in your life, you will be tested. And it'll be at that point that your true colors will be revealed. Women test you all the time, but tests can come in other ways. I remember a guy back in college, a guy I knew around campus, right? He was dealing drugs back then. This guy had the outward appearance of being cool and alpha and, a tough guy. But when the day came, when the cops busted into his dorm room, knocked his door down, that same guy cried like a girl and he began ratting out everybody he knows. Real men are able to control their emotions in every situation. When a real man catches his woman cheating on him, he simply walks away and finds another one. He doesn't let the pain from the encounter, send him into an emotional tailspin, wounding him for life and making him, hate women forever or, do something worse and, physically assault a woman. A real man is a rock in a situation. He walks away from what he doesn't approve of. And a real man handles himself the exact same way no matter who he's around. This means that he's unaffected by beauty, class, privilege, smart people, poor people, rich people. He intermingles between all these groups, and he does not shift his value in doing so. Now, the fifth and final trait is encourage and mentor others. A real man is so content and satisfied with his own life that he doesn't feel threatened by the success of others. In fact, a real man goes around encouraging others, wants to find ways to help them to accomplish their goals. You will find throughout life that many guys you initially think of as real men often wind up revealing their true colors, trying to hold down other guys who they feel a threat to their power. Real men don't feel threats, right? Real men don't feel threatened by anyone else's success. It's very, very important. All players are not real men. But being a real man makes it much more likely that you get the same results with women as these so-called players get, because women are drawn to masculine power, right? They're drawn to masculine energy. And one of the benefits of harvesting this power and living by those rules is it naturally brings you to take women off a pedestal, right? When you're feeling this, you take women off pedestals, which is one of the 7 mindset shifts I teach in my Player Paradigm audio course. Now, the entire audio is under $10, and I priced it that low because I really believe it's crucially important for you to instill these 7 mindsets. Now click the link, read about it, and then download the audios and begin going through them. Because whether it's taking women off the pedestal, whether it's the mindset of providing value instead of taking value, or maybe it's the mindset of playing to win, right? Playing to win is a very masculine trait. Most guys go through life playing to lose. Now in the Player's Paradigm, I teach you the difference and how to always play to win. So check that out, leave a comment below. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hey, it's Bobby. If you like this video, make sure you hit the big subscribe button below. Every Wednesday, I release a brand new video on creating attraction, avoiding the friend zone, looking less desperate and needy, and more confident, high value, and masculine around the women you're talking to. Every video will include specific techniques and tactics that you can use immediately. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe.